feel to talk to students today?
I mean, I love talking to students. Talking to students is one of, I think, one of the things that, as chefs, we give back. This is one of the greatest ways that we can is our mentoring and just be able to kind of share ideas as to what this industry is actually like. I feel like when you get out of culinary school, you don't have a full understanding of what this industry actually entails. And I think just kind of talking to them about giving effort, patience, and just working hard is it's our opportunity to be able to do that.
Those moments, one of those questions was, I've got a plan put together, but how do I even begin executing it? And I think there's that moment all of us have had, whether it's high school, college, trade schools, where you have an idea, but there's that first step is just absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, I think you just gotta go with it. Like you've gone through this 2-year program, so you know that food is something that you're passionate about. Find a piece of that really kind of resonates with you, and try it out. I'm not a big fan of super planning because I feel like it just never really kind of works out anyways. I'm a big fan of just being like water and kind of letting things kind of come to you. And I think there's a median in there, and I think finding what makes you happy is really what's going to keep you going the whole time.
The whole Top Chef experience, what's that been like?
Wild. I mean, it's super fun. I'm glad to have done it, and I'm so proud to be able to represent the city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin.
But you said it was harder being here because you're kind of the fish in the water as opposed to a fish out
Correct.
of the water.
Like, not only are you present in your life, but you're also not allowed to participate in it. And then you do, when you see a judge like Paul, you know that him and Adam are going to judge you harsher than they're going to judge anybody else because they don't want to be seen as playing a favorite. And I loved that. I relished that sort of a challenge. It was okay, I just got to outcook everybody else.
That whole process, I know the filming, takes place, different time, and it's kind of all compressed, as opposed to how we see it played out week after week. What was that like, still having EsterEv and Dan, and having to? Was it much juggling as opposed to?
I mean, I have no idea. I wasn't even part of EsterEv or Dan during that whole period. So I really was relying on our team that we have, which is great to have that support that we have at Dandan and EsterEv to be able to kind of execute things even though I'm not there, and really without people noticing that I'm not there.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to add about being here and talking to students?
I mean, it's great to be able to talk to students. It's great to be able to share our passion, which is food and cooking and hospitality, and to be able to hopefully we imprint something. I don't even care what it is, but just something on a student, and it kind of helps them kind of figure out whatever it is they're going to figure out.
How does it feel to represent, Milwaukee and Wisconsin?
It feels so good to be able to represent our city and state, especially at this point, because I really do feel that we are on the precipice of something great. We have an opportunity in this next year to really showcase ourselves as a culinary or just a hospitality destination, with the RNC, with Top Chef, even with the what might be the NFL draft in Green Bay. We just have such a microscope on us that literally, and Paul says this all the time, it's people are coming to eat and they're coming to our table. And so it's up to us to really kind of show them a good time, and then when they leave, that's in the back of their head the whole time. They're like, man, I had a great time in Milwaukee. Man, I had a great time in Wisconsin.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.